All right, so now we're working on quantitative essay number 2, and this is a poll. All right, so first thing you always want to do when you get a question like this is just go ahead and read over the title. So, majorities who live in blue and red states favor popular vote. Those in battleground states are divided. So that kind of gives you a little bit. And then look at the polling. Notice on the left-hand side, it's the percentage of people who believe that amending the Constitution so the candidate who receives the most votes wins. All right. And then keep the current system. So candidate who wins the electoral college wins. So that's that on the right hand side. Then you have lean rep. That means lean Republican, meaning people that vote Republican and plus Republicans. And then you have lean Dem, which means Democrats and people that lean Democrat. Maybe they call themselves an independent, but they lean Democrat. Notice that red states, if you don't already know this, red states are states that are vote Republican generally. In blue states are states that vote Democrat. The other thing to notice is that battleground states are what we call swing states. So they are states that could vote for either candidate. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to grab a piece of paper. You are going to pause this video. You're going to pause this video so that way you can go through and answer all 4 questions. So make sure you have paper ready. Have a timer set for 15 or 20 minutes. If you want to challenge yourself, set it for 15. If you want the full 20 minutes, like on the real test, you can do that. I suggest 15, just see how much you finished. Most people can do these in about 10. All right, so I'm going to move my face here off to the side. All right, I think that gets it out of the way. Here we go. I'm up and out of the way. And go ahead and pause the video in 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay, if you're watching the video right now, I'm getting ready to give the answers. So I assume that you are done. You've done 15 minutes or 20 minutes and that you're ready for me to answer. So let's go through this. Remember, pause it in 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. I'm going on. Okay, here we go. So let's go through this. The first question says, identify the political affiliation of people who are most likely to believe we should keep the current system so the candidate who wins the electoral college wins. Okay, here's a sentence that I wrote. You should have something similar. The political affiliations of those who want to keep the current system are Republicans, who give 65% of support to keeping the electoral college. So I got that from right up here. You can see 65% want to keep the current system. So hopefully you wrote a sentence that's like that. Notice that I use a little bit of the question stem to start my sentence. Political affiliation of those, as to identify the political affiliation of people who are most likely to keep it. So I kind of use the beginning of that. You should do the same thing. Notice I also use numbers from the chart in my answer. Good. Hopefully you did that too. If you did, give yourself +1 off to the right. All right, part B. Describe the difference between Democrats and Republicans on their attitudes of whether the Constitution should be amended so the candidate who receives the most votes wins. So you got to look for that. All right. Compare and contrast amending the Constitution. So here's this on the left-hand side, amend the Constitution so the candidate who receives the most votes wins. Overall, it's 55% say yes, but look at the difference between Republicans and Democrats right here. Okay, so here's what I put. Democrats supporting the Constitution amending the Constitution with 75% support, but Republicans only have 22% support for amending the Constitution for getting rid of the Electoral College. So that sort of sentence would be good. Could have been the opposite way and you said Republicans first, but it should be something like that. If you have that, a very similar sentence to it, then it should be +1. So now you're at 2 points out of 4, that you're already up to a C, and we still have 2 questions left. If you're not sure, email me the answer. Next, draw a conclusion about why battleground states or swing states have a much higher support for keeping the Electoral College compared to red or blue states. All right, here's my answer. This is a little longer. You're going to take a couple sentences. Battleground states citizens support the current system with 50%, but only 38% of red states and 36% support in blue. So I'm getting my numbers from the second part. Red states, battleground, blue. So second part right here, the support. Battleground states 50%. All right. Democrats, red states 38, blue states 36. Okay. But it's likely because keeping the current system means close and swing states get the most attention during a campaign. Remember, on our last chart, we said the states that get the most attention are swing states. Large swing states get more attention than small swing states because they have obviously more electoral votes. This gives these states a lot of power over who is president. They don't want to lose that power. All right, so now you may not have the exact wording of this, but if you had something to the effect, you identified the 50%, and then you said something about how swing states have a lot of power and they don't want to like lose it, or they have a lot of influence, they don't want to lose it, then you're going to get a point. If you're not sure, you can email me that. By the way, please just send me one email with the different aspects of whether you got points or not. All right, great job. So that's part C. On to part D. Part D, explain the process by which an amendment to change electoral college would have to be passed and ratified. Notice this is basically the same question as the first time. So if you got it wrong last time, you should get it right this time. All right, in order to change the electoral college with an amendment, Congress would have to pass the amendment with 2/3 majority of each house, then 3/4 of all states would have to approve and ratify it. So that's the answer to that one. All right, if you got that, then that's +1. You would get 4 out of 4 would be 100. 3 out of 4 would be a 94. In the future, it'll be a 90, by the way. 2 out of 4 would be an 85. In the future, it'll be like an 80. And then 1 out of 4 would be a 75. In the future, it'll be a 70. And then a 0 out of 4 would be a 50%. If you have questions, problems, issues, you will email me. We can Zoom, perhaps, or I can help you via email. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you did well on this. Send me, remember, for verification, you're supposed to send me your best essay and upload it to Canvas. Thanks.